Yes, another high-table diplomatic meeting is on the cards. It has now been confirmed that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be meeting the US President this year. That bilateral meeting in Washington, D.C. will take place in September. This after Prime Minister Modi attends the United Nations General Assembly meeting in New York. It will, of course, mark the end of a 9-year chill between the United States and Narendra Modi in specific. Remember, in 2005, he was denied a visa. New Delhi, of course, believes that United States has really gone out of its way to offer a date for this meeting.
The fact that he has invited our Prime Minister himself is a very good initiative, and it will get the ball rolling again, because there is a feeling that the progress of India-US relations had somewhat plateaued in the last 2 years.
And as you know, the US had actually taken the position that on a personal trip they were not going to give him a visa. Had he wanted to go as part of an official delegation or gone in his official capacity, I'm sure the government would have extended all assistance to him, but the question never arose in that form. Today, what has happened with the invitation, of course, is something that we perfectly support. I mean, as an Indian, I would not want anyone, any foreign country, to insult my Prime Minister. So the question of a visa doesn't arise, and the issue is a totally different one today. I don't think it's fair to hang that on the UPA government's head.
Okay, so positive reactions coming in here from Delhi. Let's get in a view from Washington, D.C. Lisa Curtis is joining us live via Skype. Good evening, Lisa. Thanks very much for joining us here in News 360. You know, Narendra Modi, in a sense, has already broken new ground, broken new diplomatic ground, in a sense, by reaching out to 8 neighbors, including Pakistan. But America really remains a country where we've had a bit of an edgy relationship as far as Narendra Modi is concerned. This particular development, how is that being viewed in America?
Well, I think this is a good indication that both Washington and Delhi want to move forward with the relationship. President Obama signaled that he wanted to look to the future with India when he invited Prime Minister Modi to visit Washington, D.C. shortly after the results of the elections were announced. And I think by Prime Minister Modi responding positively and indicating that indeed he will visit Washington in September, this shows that he's not holding a personal grudge against President Obama or any other U.S. officials for the visa issue. So I think this is a good opportunity to start afresh, to look to the future and build on the relationship. There's a wide agenda between India and the U.S. that we need to focus on. And I think this is an opportunity to refresh the relationship and look to the future.
Right, and considering that we have a number of defense agreements already, how much of Modi's outreach to the US will be centered around economics?
Well, I think a large part of the agenda will be on the economic issues. The U.S. had been disappointed, I think, with the Manmohan Singh government and its failure to follow through with economic reforms and some of the regulations that were, keeping U.S. industries out, a perception that there were protectionist policies. But all signs are that Prime Minister Modi and his BJP government are going to work toward making it an environment that is more conducive to private investment, to foreign investment, and they're already talking about lifting some of these restrictions on foreign investment in certain sectors, such as the defense sector. So I think there will be enormous opportunities for the two sides to relook at the economic issues, relook the defense issues. We have the Defense Trade and Technology Initiative that had been started with the previous government. And I think there are a lot of threads that can be picked up. And so this will offer an opportunity to restart those dialogues.
Fair enough. Lisa Curtis, appreciate you joining here on News 360. Of course, from now to September, both sides, in a sense, have a lot of time to work out on what those concrete deliverables could be. And of course, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has a slew of diplomatic meetings right from now up to September. But what we are hearing is that he will be undertaking his first foreign visit to Bhutan. Another surprise. Remember, earlier reports indicated that it could be Japan.